You need to stop teasing me, okay? I feel disrespected when you tease me like that. Don't hit me in my head. Don't do that. Please, don't hit me in my head. Let me say that right now. The last person that hit me in my head, they sit in the hospital right now, minus a limb.
Sure they are.
You keep on moving it.
Because I'm trying to hide the spot.
Okay, woo. No.
I can fix it.
Oh, fix it then. You just pushing it down.
It's fine. It's sticking up.
We talking about temperaments and you tripping like that.
Okay. Let's go. You go. You go. You always pick up from that. When I say, can we talk, you begin.
Really? I didn't do that last time.
Yes, you did.
What did I say?
You said, so when people get married, they take a while to figure out who they're married to.
Okay, you're right.
Yada,
right,
yada,
right.
yada.
Okay, good. We're still on the clock. Good.
Oh, y'all. Hey, y'all.
And he came over here as soon as I sat down. He must have known that we were about to.
Hey, y'all.
That's why that dog gotta go. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Dog gotta go.
Aw, you're not going nowhere, are you?
Yeah.
You're the only puss.
I like him, but he's like too needy. Is my mic on straight? My mic check one.
My mic sounds nice. Check one.
You are so Brooklyn.
My mic sounds nice. Check two. Mic sounds nice. Check three. Are you ready to rock your beat your?
All right, we got 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right, so
We're gonna do this in one take, and that's it. We're gonna get it right.
you sure about that?
I'm sure. Come on.
All right.
We're gonna go through this every damn week.
Did you curse just now? That's what we're talking about, temperaments.
Jesus be a
I'm an introvert by nature. Let me do what I do.
Can you start, please?
All right, go ahead, do the thing.
What's this What's the topic? Which one are you married to?
Which one are you married to? Okay, go ahead. Hold on, gotta fix my eyebrows because they get bushy.
Can we talk? Episode 4. Is this 4 or 5? Can we talk? Episode 4, take 1.
Welcome to Can We Talk? I'm Derek.
And I'm Sonia. Thank you for watching. Today's episode is entitled, Which One Are You Married To?
Mercy.
So can we talk?
Which one are we married to? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're trying to figure out what are we talking about? Which one are we married to? You know, when you get married, you have these different idiosyncrasies. You have these things that you not sure who you are and what you are, and then you get married and it becomes irritating.
So when we first dated, when I first met Derek, we were friends because we worked together. And my parents were moving and I needed some help getting some of their things moved. So, Derek, he was a little strapping, he was much younger.
It don't matter, I'm older now, I'm still strapping.
He had muscles. So I said to him one day when we were working, I said to him one day, hey, can you, come and help my parents move? And he was like, sure. So, of course, there was chemistry, but we didn't act on the chemistry yet, not yet. So he helped me with my parents move, and I treated him to dinner. And when we were at dinner, we were at Union Station, well-known spot, and he had his menu and he was looking at it and he was taking his time. And I said, wow, he's really deep thought, provoking kind of guy.
Absolutely.
And, he took his time to figure out what he wanted and asked a few questions. And I was like admiring that, I was like, yeah, he's taking his time to figure out what he wants. Well, fast forward to marriage. He wasn't no deep provoking thought. He's doggone indecisive.
Really?
Is what he was. Fast forward. And I said, that's what I was attracted to. See, y'all get set up. You think that it's one thing and you get all nice about it and it's all flowery and sweet. But at the end of the day, it's really a temperament weakness. So which one are you married to? I'm married to the phlegmatic man.
Well, wait. Since you got all these stories, I wasn't expecting those stories. I need to go back to a story about you.
No. We don't have time for that.
We got time.
We don't have time for that.
Thus my story. Thus my story. So Sonia, she's decisive. She knows what she wants.
Yes, everyone should.
Yeah, she says what she wants. She says it passionately, and she knows how to get it. And I thought that was just like, man, a strong woman who knows what she wants. That's what's up. Fast forward, controlling, bossy. Like, where did that come from? And so, thus, I'm married to an extroverted woman. Introverted, extroverted, the clash.
So we're opposites. Most of you are. But do you know what you're called? So we understand that there are 4 temperaments. A philosopher, Hippocrates, came up with it years ago. And basically there are 2 categories. You're either the introvert or the extrovert. Or you can have a blend. I'm an extrovert. I have choleric very high. I have sanguine very high. Derek has an introvert extrovert. Now, the only reason he could do this vlog is because he's got some extrovert in him. But don't think for a minute that the introvert did not go through antics before we hit record. Because the introvert doesn't want to do this. So there's the phlegmatic. There's the phlegmatic.
See, there you go right there.
And there's the melancholy. Okay, so here's how you're gonna know which one you are.
I can't wait to talk about you, but go ahead.
Here's how you know which one you are, okay? So the cholerics are the doers. The sanguines are the talkers.
Doer and a talker.
That's
Imagine
me.
that.
I get it done.
Doer.
And I talk about it while I'm doing
And
it.
don't let anybody
And then you
else
got
talk.
the watcher
Thus
who
I'm
thinks
trying
that
to talk right
everybody's
now.
suspicious.
You won't even
And
let me talk
everybody's
right
gonna
now.
do some bodily harm.
Talker and doer. I can't say a word. Go ahead.
And then you got the melancholy. None of us are melancholy.
We're not melancholy.
But those melancholies are the thinkers.
They think. They're going to think about it all day long.
Think. They create. They like arts, music, all that good stuff.
Right.
So which one are you married to? Because more than likely you're married to your opposite. We have met very few couples who are married to the exact same temperament blend. And the 2, 3, or 4 that we did meet tend to be phlegmatics. Because phlegmatics don't care. They just don't care.
So the
Nothing gets done though in that household.
So the phlegmatic, I'm a phlegmatic man. We are very low key, very laid back. We take time to watch. We are watching to see what's going to happen. Then we do. And I think honestly, and I've been saying this forever, the phlegmatic is the best temperament. And here's the
if
reason,
you don't want to get anything done.
here's the reason why. We watch for things to happen. Emergency situations, we're watching. We're, you know,
What about in everyday life?
we're not talking about everyday life. Look, when we go to Walmart, where do I park?
Oh my God.
I don't pull up in front of Walmart and just sit there and wait, because you know why? Something can happen.
So when I come out, I can't find my husband,
And you
because
know
guess
why?
why? He's parked 5 miles away.
I'm parked further down in the lot so I can see what's happening before I get there.
He can see everything else but me coming
So,
out.
you know, the thing about it is this. That used to be our biggest argument.
Right.
But you know what? We came to an agreement to
Right.
figure out how do we still be who we are true to who we are, and still recognize the other person's weakness and strength. So what we decided, and that's an example, I said to Sonia, look, I'm never going to park in front of Walmart. I'm not going to do it. It ain't going to happen.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Because you don't know what I know. You don't know what I've seen. So she says, cool. So we have the 1 minute rule. And here it is. When Sonia comes out of Walmart, I have 1 minute to get to her. Okay? Now she can either call me, text me when she's leaving out, or she can just walk out. I have to be watching her before she comes out. So when I pull up, she walks out, she gets in the truck, and we're out. That works perfectly.
That's the compromise, because cholerics don't like to wait for nothing. We would really prefer that you just be where we could see you and we could just walk to you.
But you're going to learn today.
But did you really?
You're going to learn today.
So the reason that we thought that this would be a significant topic is because a lot of times when couples get married and they realize they're so different, they begin to believe a lie that they're incompatible. And we have a lot of couples say, we're just too different. We're not going to make it. We're done. Right. We're incompatible. We're done. You know, we're just not seeing eye to eye. We're done. And I do believe that that represents the majority of couples as far as being completely different and appearing to be incompatible. But as if you've been following us, you know that marriage is created so that you can become selfless, self-aware, and have some self-control. That was last week's vlog. So in keeping with that theme, the temperament differences was really created so that we could learn to tolerate, make some adjustments, be selfless, and merge the two into one. I am choleric sanguine. If you know anything about that temperament, you know, you see my hair is red. We like bright colors. We like change. You know, we're going to keep it popping and hopping, and it's great for the kids, but we may sometimes break their spirit because we call a spade, and we're not the most tactful out of the four. Derek actually makes a great parent, better parent than I do, because he's patient and slow.
And kind.
And slow.
And loving.
And slow. And the kids like that.
And empathetic.
And slow.
Sympathetic.
And slow.
And it works. The best temperament.
But he's the best parent. I don't know if he's the best temperament.
Am I the best husband?
You're awesome husband.
I mean, really.
But that's because you became spirit controlled. And there's a book called The Spirit Controlled Temperament by Tim LaHaye. It's a good book. You should read it. We reread it years and years ago. Derek learned how to be spirit controlled, and so did I.
I
had to learn how to be spirit controlled.
Absolutely.
I had to learn patience, and I had to learn kindness. I had to learn to submit. Choleric wives and sanguine wives tend to emasculate their husbands more than any of the other two of the other.
And here's an example. I'm glad you said that. Phlegmatic men, melancholy men, we're the introverts, and if we're married to an extroverted wife, and if they say something to disrespect us, to emasculate us, be a man, suck it up, what's wrong with you? We tend to withdraw, and that causes conflict, because then we sit and brood in it.
And shut down. And then you kind of become a little ineffective in other aspects of your life. So then that even just triggers the choleric or the sanguine spouse even more, because they're still trying to function and get things done. And, you know, we pretty much annihilated the phlegmatic husband or the melancholy husband, because melancholies are very similar in terms of internalizing. So here's another way that you can identify which temperament you are as well. If you are in conflict and you have the need to externally process, meaning talk it out, you know, get it out, you probably are either choleric or sanguine. If you tend to internalize it and process it by yourself for a while, more so than the average person would, then you're either phlegmatic or melancholies. They tend to internally process. A lot of times people think phlegmatics and melancholies are shy. They're not shy, they're just internally processing while everybody else is talking and doing.
And it takes some time for us to process that information. Sonia had to learn that There's a time frame for me to process the information that's presented to me.
And so our conflicts existed because Derek was internally processing long before he was ready to share with me. And of course, I've externally processed as soon as it happens, right out the press. Right. I'm telling you. Right. And so we had to both learn how to accommodate those differences. Derek had to learn to quicken the time to process, and I had to learn to delay the time that I'm reacting and responding.
And I had to tell you how long it's going to be.
Right.
I had to say, look, I'm not shutting down, but I need about 15, 20 minutes, 15, 20 days. At least I know, or at least Sonia knows that she's getting a time frame, so she doesn't have to go into a place of, when you going to talk to me? What's wrong with you? How you going to talk to me? What you going to do? I'm going to set. So I have to give her a time frame so she ain't got to do all that drama, and so then we can meet in the middle and talk about what the issue is.
So if you have a spouse who waits for like 3 days, 4 days, a week to give you big news, then they're probably phlegmatic or melancholy. And if you know you got information, you can't sit on it and you got to talk about it as soon as it comes out, then you know you're either choleric or sanguine.
Most couples quit before they do this.
Yeah.
I mean, really, most couples it's too much work. You're probably saying that is just too much work, but you got married, and marriage requires work. And it is a lot of work. It is effort to sit down and figure out, okay, this is my temperament. This is who I am. This is my weakness. And then I got to figure out Sonia's. That's work. And then I have to do it in the midst of not just a conflict, but how we interact and how we socialize. And so it's a challenging thing to do, which is to understand your temperament. But we really recommend that you get your temperament test done or your inventory done. And once you do it, then we want to help you identify your weaknesses and which weakness impacts your marriage and talk about it. So for example, the phleg weakness, and we don't have it in front of us, this is how much we know this stuff. I have every weakness on that phleg, all of them. I'll own it. The ones that impacted our marriage is what? My weakness.
Indifferent to plans, indecisive, quiet will of iron.
Stubborn.
Right. And slow to get moving.
Right. So that's my weakness. And it impacted how we socialize, how we communicate. But we had to understand that. And Sonia's weakness, man, there's so many.
They went right against the ones I just named.
If you look at the inventory weakness, the number one on the list is bossy. Okay, you go further down, the number two is
dislikes tears.
Unsympathetic. So you have someone who dislikes tears, unsympathetic, and it goes against what I do. So now you have an issue, and it causes that conflict.
The means justifies the end.
The end justifies the means.
Yeah,
that's right.
We tend to do that. We make it happen and then justify it.
Right.
Break all kinds of rules and then justify it.
Right.
And so here's the thing. You know, phlegmatics thrive on stability and support. Cholerics thrive on control and challenge. So give me some challenge. I'm gonna break the rules. Everything that goes against his grain is what I do.
But you know what? We've learned to use it when it's beneficial to us. So for example, you know, it used to piss me off when Sonia decides that there's a line. Let's just use what? The airport. The airport. But the airport's not that bad now. But back in the day, there was a line.
I don't believe in lines.
She doesn't. So she'll walk.
Why am I waiting? No.
So, you know, after, you know, before there were the kiosks, so one day we went to the airport and we're in line. I'm like, oh my God, we got to catch this plane.
And he has issues flying.
And I like whispered to Sonia.
He doesn't like to fly.
Okay, now you can bust the line and go up front. And sure enough,
when it works.
Sonia goes up to the line and she's like,
yeah, you know, I just work my way up and charm whoever's in charge because everything is subjective if you haven't lived in America long enough. But the point is, you've got to learn to own who you are. That actually constitutes the majority of people's conflicts, is that we're arguing about who we are as opposed to just how we're coping with it. So we'll defend it instead of just owning it and saying, yeah, I'm bossy, yeah, I'm loud, yeah, I'm unsympathetic, I'm working on these things. And couples get into long arguments and conflicts. Just, I wasn't loud, I wasn't bossy, I was passionate,
They get divorced over
They get divorced over it because they convince themselves they're incompatible, and that is not really the case.
One day we need to video us before we do this right here, because you'll see our temperaments clashing, but we work it out. We've learned to kind of meet in the middle, so it's hilarious.
It really is. We really do need to do a behind the scenes preparation for Can We Talk. So anyway.
Yeah.
I think we have covered some of the basic tools. If you go on our app, the Marriage Menders app, the inventory is on there. The temperament inventory is on there.
Yeah.
There's also a slideshow, PowerPoint slide for all of the temperaments. You can actually find your biblical character on there, the scripture that goes for your temperament, all the things you're challenged with, and all the things you do well under the circumstances with. So there's a lot of information on the Marriage Menders app. That's just a little plug for you to go get some resources on there. What else is there that we didn't cover? How you parent has a lot to do with your temperament, the jobs you choose, and how you respond to conflict.
Right.
You've got Derek is the golden retriever. The phlegmatics are the golden retriever, so they retreat.
And the cholerics are the lion.
The cholerics are the lion. The sanguines are the otter. They're very sociable animals, and they're very well loved by the animal kingdom. And then you've got the melancholy, who's the beaver. And beavers are very deliberate and precise when they build their huts. Very precision oriented, correct, and accurate. So those are the 4 animals to go with each temperament. Figure out who you're married to. It may save your marriage.
It don't take 15 years to figure it out.
Right.
Do it in like 2 days.
Yeah, figure it out soon.
Figure it out soon, because it'll save you a lot of headaches, a lot of fights, a lot of arguments, a lot of cursing, just that profanity, a lot of control.
I've been delivered 20 years
now. I know,
now.
but it still hits me in my core.
Broken furniture.
It just hits me in my core.
So here's the other piece. Temperaments are inherited and actually determined at conception. It comes from your 2 parents and your 4 grandparents. So you can't change it. You can accommodate it. You can adjust the strengths and the weaknesses, but it's inherent. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It comes from the people that made you and that made them.
All right, we're out of time. Thank you for watching. Once again, we want you to take this information and make it applicable. Fair enough?
So now you know who you're married to, either the choleric, the lion, the sanguine, the otter, the melancholy beaver, or the phlegmatic golden retriever. And so now that you know what you're going to do with it.
Thank you. Subscribe, view, watch, share. Let people know that there's a way to do this thing called marriage.
Yes, there is.
Thank you so much.
And until next time, take good care of yourselves. Thanks for watching.